And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Virgo for the whole of 2024. And it's a bit of a mixed bag. There's some really positive stuff coming up, and there's a few challenges as well. So let's crunch the numbers and see what's happening. Firstly, the sun will move into Virgo. Because it's been a leap year, it's a little bit earlier than normal. It's a day before normal. So the sun's going to move into Virgo this year on the 22nd of August. The annual Virgo new moon will be on the 3rd of September. And the annual Virgo full moon will be on the 24th of February. Mercury is going to be doing its retrograde thing in Virgo. It will move into Virgo on the 25th of July, and then on the 5th of August it will decide to go retrograde, leaving Virgo, heading backwards into Leo on the 16th of August, and then moving back into Virgo on the 9th of September, where it will then stay until it whizzes through Virgo and will leave Virgo around about the end of the first week of October. Venus will move into Virgo on the 5th of August, and it will stay there probably till the end of August. It's a fast transit. Mars will not touch Virgo directly over the coming year. Now, Jupiter's an interesting one. There's 3 separate effects from Jupiter to Virgo over the coming year. Firstly, all Virgos born from the 28th of August onwards. Well, between early January and late May, Jupiter's going to spend 5 months trining all of your suns, which has got to be a good thing. It's not necessarily bringing wonderful opportunities, but it's a bit of a feel-good factor. And then Jupiter will move into Gemini. So over the period of the last week of May through to something like the 21st, 22nd of July, Jupiter is going to square the sun once and once only of those of you born from the 23rd of August through to the 3rd of September. And then from the 22nd of July onwards, Jupiter will then square the sun of those of you born from the 4th of September to the 13th of September. Now, of all things Jupiterian, it promises more than it delivers. It's a bit larger than life, so I'm not too worried by this. I'm more concerned with the effects of the other 4 outer planets. Let's deal with the bogeyman. Let's deal with Saturn. Saturn is in Pisces, your opposite sign, and he's going to be there for another year, another 2 years basically. And he's going to have 2 separate effects. Saturn is going to be opposite the sun of those of you born from the 26th of August through to the 4th of September, from the start of the year through to the spring equinox, through to 24th of March. Autumn equinox if you're in the southern hemisphere. So if you're born between the 26th of August and the 4th of September, then the first 12 weeks of the year, it's going to be a fairly onerous time. There's going to be a lot of weeding and pruning and streamlining and clearing the decks and getting rid of things and people and situations and environments that are past their sell-by date and have reached the end of their shelf life. But that's the nature of the beast. And then after the 24th of March onwards, through to the end of the year, Saturn is then going to be influencing the sun of those of you born from the 5th to the 11th of September. So if you're one of these with Saturn opposite your sun over the coming year, you can spend, if you want, the last 9 months of the year bitching and whinging and complaining about how tired you are, how unsupported you feel, how alone you are, how unappreciated you are, and nobody will give a damn. Or you can go, right, Saturn's opposite my sun. 9 months, bloody hard work, doing everything the hard way, no shortcuts, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, establish, consolidate, repeat. You do this, you put in place roots and foundations which will set you up for the next 15 years. But Saturn demands that you do it the hard way. It's worth doing. Trust me, it's worth doing. Uranus is smiling on a large number of you. That's nice to say. Uranus will spend the period from the start of the year through to the middle of May trining the Sun of those of you born from the 12th to the 15th of September. So this is a continuation of stuff that's been going on over the last 6 months of 2023, and it's a time of opportunity, of novelty and originality. And then from mid-May onwards, Uranus will start trining the Sun of those of you born from the 16th to the 19th of September, and that will also bring a lot of opportunities to relaunch, to start again, to innovate and to be a more original, futuristic, experimental. There's nothing negative here at all. Sometimes change can be chaotic, dramatic and unpredictable. Other times it can be stimulating, innovative and exciting. And it's the latter with many of you over this coming year. But here's the other big bogeyman. Neptune. Over 2023, Neptune has been opposite the Sun of those of you born on the 17th, 18th and 19th of September. And this is still going on and will continue through until late February, early March. And then he'll fade away. But then he's going to affect those of you born on the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd of September from late March onwards. So if you're one of these people, then there's going to be periods of fatigue, weariness, tiredness, where if you want, you can fight it, but the best thing you can do is just sleep, drink lots of water, and not beat yourself up. Neptune strikes in the weirdest of ways. It can affect the glandular system, the eyesight. It can just create situations where you just feel exhausted for no obvious reason. And what's actually really going on is that it's a fatigue of the soul, not the body. It'll manifest to the physical level, but it's not a physical cause. So if you're one of these people being affected by Neptune opposite your Sun over the coming year, cut yourself some slack. Don't push yourself too hard. Lighten your load. Deal with your priorities and don't beat yourself up. And get lots of sleep and lots of saunas and lots of hot baths. And go and visit the seaside. Pluto will still be trining the Sun of those of you born around the 22nd and 23rd of September over this next coming year. So there is a degree of psychological strength despite some of the fatigue. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. With Uranus and Pluto both trining the suns of many of you and Saturn and Neptune opposing the suns of many of you, It is a mixed bag, but it's a year of consistent change and growth, whether that growth is opportunistic or forced. There are certain dates that jump out. Primarily, we're looking at the period between third week of September, maybe the end of August through to the third week of September. You've got Mercury opposite Saturn and Neptune. You've got Venus opposite Saturn and Neptune, and the Sun opposite Saturn and Neptune. But none of these are linked. Basically, as far as 2024 goes, Virgo, maintain your capacity for effectiveness, efficiency and industriousness. But also be astute and intelligent enough to know when to say, okay, I'm going to stop now and have a rest and go and have a bath. That's not laziness, that's intelligence. If you look after your body, everything else will be all right. Have a good year.